Did you know that 1 out of every 10 people is lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender?
1/3 of those who are LGBT will attempt to commit suicide each year, and 1,000 of those students will be successful. Hi, I'm here with a couple of the experts from Millis High School talking about LGBT awareness and rights. So first we have Risha here today.
Hi.
Risha, if I were a gay student in a high school, what might some of the challenges I face be in daily life?
Daily life would be kind of stressed because you wouldn't be able to act like who you really were around the people around you, and you haven't come out yet. Then you would feel like if I come out, these people would make fun of me even more because of the language that they use on a daily basis.
Well, that's really hard. Well, thank you for being here with us today. Next we have Julie Molinaro. So now we have Julie Molinaro here today with us. She
Hello.
also did a research paper on that. How was it writing a research paper about LGBT rights?
At first, I thought there wasn't going to be enough factual information to put in, but once I continued with the research, I realized there was a lot that I could write about. And some of the things I found out were really surprising.
Like
in the late 1990s, there was a college student in Wyoming that was beaten and tied to a fence and left to die. And the 2 people that killed him went through like a long court battle, and they were convicted of murder, but one of the things they were not convicted of was a hate crime, which is what it was. So that was kind of surprising to me that people didn't realize what actually had happened.
So even though this college student was gay and he was out there, he was still beaten to death.
Yeah,
correct?
because of who he was, and the Wyoming legislature didn't have anything in it that defined a hate crime, I guess, so they couldn't convict them of what actually happened.
Do you know if there's laws now that are put in place as hate crime?
Yes, there's what's called the Matthew Shepard Act, named after the boy who was killed, and it outlaws any hate crime with a homosexual bias anywhere in the United States.
It definitely sucks that we have to learn from our mistakes, but at least now there is something in place that protects people.
And Matthew's parents kind of travel the country and just spread, because Matthew was very loving and accepting to anyone who showed respect to him, so his parents travel the country and just spread that love that Matthew showed.
So if I were a gay child in high school, let's say, and I've come out, what would my life be like?
It definitely depends on where you are, because some states are more accepting than others. Like I know Massachusetts, every school has to have a GSA, which is a Gay Straight Alliance. But there are other states that totally oppose homosexuality. So it definitely depends on where you are.
And yeah, that's hard, especially when 1 out of every 10 kids is an LGBT. I don't think enough people or schools realize that.
No, they definitely don't realize the high population of LGBT young people in the community.
And it's, me personally, I feel like what's the difference? We both have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 noses.
Right.
1 nose. Maybe we have 2 noses.
Maybe we have 2.